Before I go over a few things in MyStatLab, I'd like to show you the calendar. In addition to finding the deadlines for the homework and chapter tests in MyStatLab, you can find the deadlines for everything in the calendar. So if you look over here in the navigation pane and click on Calendar, you can see over to the right all the courses you have, and you can click and unclick what you need to make your calendar less cluttered. Okay, so looking at our course, you'll see all of the deadlines monthly. Okay, you'll see you have a homework assignment due coming up, and when your course agreement is due, and so on. If you would like to see this as a list, you could go ahead and click on Agenda, and you can see the entire semester as a list that you could print. Okay, now let's get back into our course and take a look at MyStatLab. Again, the course is linked to MyStatLab, so you don't need a course ID from me to get registered. However, you do need to purchase the access code. Okay, so clicking on My Lab and Mastering, I'll have a link to all assignments, which takes you directly to the homework and the chapter tests. And then there's also a link to the full course. To take a look at both of these, since I'm not registered as a student, I need to go ahead and get out of Student View and get into my link. Now you won't have the instructor links over to the side. You'll have the two links here, the MyStatLab link and the full course link. So if you click on the MyStatLab All Assignments, that will take you directly to the homework. Now again, if you haven't registered for the course using your access code that you have to purchase, you'll first get a prompt to do so. And if you haven't purchased the access code yet, there is an option to have temporary access to the course, and I think it's for 13 days or something like that. So you could get started on the course while you're waiting for your textbook to come in with the access code. Okay, so taking a look at the homework page, these flags here mean that the previous section is a prerequisite. So in other words, to do section 1-2, you have to have done section 1-1. So you need to work the sections in sequence. And you'll see their corresponding due dates here over to the side. And for example, if you haven't completed all of the homework problems in section 2-3, for example, you'll still be able to work on those problems that you didn't finish with a 30% penalty up until the corresponding chapter 1 and 2 test deadline, for example. Now, after the test deadline has passed, you can no longer work on previous homework. Okay, now let's go back to the course and take a look at the full course. In the full course, you'll be able to go to the homework and access the quizzes and the tests just like the previous link. But you also have the option to access StatCrunch outside of a homework assignment. Most of the time you will not need to do that unless you're using StatCrunch for your lab assignment, which you're perfectly welcome to do. Most of the homework problems that have data sets embedded will be able to be opened directly into StatCrunch, saving you the time, saving time so that you don't have to type in the full data set. The chapter contents contain the e-text. Tools for Success is kind of interesting. There's some extra support. In addition to the videos and examples I've uploaded into Canvas, there's some extra tutorials here that you can take a look at. For example, there's the graphing calculator manual. If you want to use Excel for your homework, that's fine. I can't help you with that necessarily, and you will not have access to Excel for the midterm and the final exam. You will have StatCrunch available to you for all of the chapter tests, all of the homework, and for the midterm and the final exam. Okay, so Tools for Success is just an extra page of support. Let's see, I will keep your grade book in MyStatLab. So after you've completed your lab and the due date has passed and I've graded them all, I will be uploading those scores into the grade book. But I will make comments as needed via Canvas for your lab assignments. Okay, but you'll be able to see your grade here in the grade book. Okay, let's take a look at some of the features in the homework for MyStatLab. Let me get into a homework assignment. See, notice that this is the same page that that other link took you to directly. Okay, so for example, let me take a look at some problems in section 2.5. Now you shouldn't get this prerequisite warning if you've done the homework for section 2.4. This is what the flags mean. But since I'm an instructor, I can go ahead and continue past this. Okay, so let me bring up a homework problem with a data set. Hopefully this is a homework problem with the data set, and it's not, so I'll need to find one. Okay, so notice here you can scroll back and forth between problems, or you can click on this drop-down menu and go directly to a homework problem. So let me try number 24. Okay, I didn't think it'd be this particularly hard to find a problem with a data set. Okay, so let me pick a different homework set. I apologize for that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to homework, and I'm going to go to section 2.4. And I'm going to continue past the warning. Okay, so here's a homework problem that has a data set. Okay, so I can type these values into my calculator and answer the questions using the calculator if I want. Or I could go ahead and click on this little table and I can open it in StatCrunch. Okay, again, you are going to have StatCrunch available to you for all of your chapter tests in your midterm and final. Okay, so it's loaded into this data set. This data set is loaded into a column, and from there I could go ahead and do whatever I needed to do for the problem. Find the mean, the standard deviation, and so on. I have some examples in Canvas on how to do those, but what I wanted to do here is show you how to open it in StatCrunch in the first place. So here you want to click to copy into StatCrunch. Now if you get stuck on a problem and you can't find help in Canvas with the examples I've done already, you can click on Question Help, and you'll see that there's some options for you. Now you won't have any of these options for your chapter tests and the midterm and the final except for StatCrunch. Okay, so you will have this little table available to you for those. Okay, so you can have the software walk you through step by step. You can view an example that's similar to the homework. You can get mapped directly to an example in textbook. You can open this in StatCrunch. This is what this little table does. You can also ask my instructor. So if you click on this, you can type me a question and it gets sent to me with your exact problem. So please use Ask My Instructor if you need help on a particular problem. Okay, one more thing real quick. If you notice that this little X here is apparent and you've had trouble opening StatCrunch, for example, or if you've had trouble seeing any problems, numeric values in a problem, or something just looks strange, make sure there's no red X here. So you'll notice that if I hover over that, it says pop-ups were blocked. Now I want to always allow pop-ups for this. Now I've reset this previously and I don't know why it isn't saved. So if you have any issues, I would check for that first. And let's see, hopefully it will save. Okay, let me go to a next homework. Always allow pop-ups. Well, I didn't have any issues opening up StatCrunch, so um, I'm not too concerned about that. But again, you want to make sure to not block pop-ups from MyStatLab. Okay, again, if you have any questions regarding anything about the course, please feel free to email me through Canvas. Or again, you can leave me a phone message at 505-566-3150. And if it's just a real simple question, I'll probably just go ahead and email you back through Canvas. Again, good luck with the course, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.